And shorty give me neck till I pass out.
And shorty give me neck till I pass out means
penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks.
Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. Penitentiary chances. What is penitentiary? When somebody says penitentiary, right, what does that even mean?
Chase a chick, never chase a
chase a check, never chase a B word. You know what I'm saying? Meaning he chases money. He rather focuses on the money instead of focusing on the girls.
Bitch caught about a week ago. With us and then we tweaking, ho.
Mitch caught a body about a week ago can be referred to two different things. It could mean that the Mitch guy himself is the one that passed away, or the Mitch guy himself actually killed somebody. Right now, I don't know exactly the scenario of what was really going on. Gang, welcome back to another video of English with Collins. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down American rap music. This has highly been requested, and by the way, this is part 3. If you've not watched part 1 and part 2, then what are you doing here? Go watch part 1 and part 2 before watching part 3. We're going to be breaking down 3 different songs. In our first song, we're going to be breaking down 21 Savage a lot. Second song, we're going to be breaking down Future's song, Mask Off. And in the third song, we're going to be taking a look at Bobby Shmurda, Hot N. And the objective of this video is to highlight the meaning behind some of the words and the phrases that a lot of these rappers are using in their songs so that you can fully understand exactly what they're saying. Because one thing you have to understand is that rap itself is coded with a lot of metaphors and a lot of similes. So sometimes when you're listening to it, you may hear a phrase or you may read a sentence and you're like, wait, this completely means something else. Of course, it means something else. And so that's the objective of today's video. Now, before I begin, go ahead and join the community. Download my free ebook. In my free ebook, I teach you how to master the American accent in a short amount of time. Join our community. We have live sessions every single Saturday. You get 4 videos every single month. Every single week, there's a video for you guys. Every single week, we have a live session. I want you to join so you can learn more about the American accent. Very soon, we're going to be teaching. We're going to be diving deep into slang. I can't wait to see you in there. Let's jump right in. Keep in mind that all of these videos, I'm not going to be playing the whole video due to copyright sakes, all right? So I've basically extracted the sounds and the music from the background. And also keep in mind, this is all for educational purposes. I'm just here to break things down. So please do not take this as an insult. I don't want anyone to get offended by any of these descriptions. And again, if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me down below. Let's jump right in. First video, 21 Savage, A Lot.
That every day that I'm alive, I'ma ride with this stick. I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich.
Hold on. He said, every day that I'm alive, I'ma ride with the stick. I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich. Now, there's a lot to unpack over here. Every day that I'm alive, I'ma ride with the stick. I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich. Honestly, this sentence is pretty straightforward. But if I wanted to add my little 2 cents, for those of you that don't understand the meaning of stick means gun. One thing I want you guys to understand is there are several different words they use to describe guns, weapons, or things of that nature, right? And one of them is stick. So when he says, every day that I'm alive, I'm a ride with a stick, he's indicating that every single day that passes by, I will always have a gun on me. There's never a time on earth where I'm going to be walking from point A to point B that I'm not going to have a gun on me. I'm always going to have some type of gun or some weapon on me at all cost, right? And then he also indicates that I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich, because what's the point of it? And I mean, he's right. Why be so rich and then lose your life? Then what's the whole point of all the money that you've accumulated? So what he's saying is I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich. Let's continue.
Told my brothers take my breath if I turn to a snitch. But I'm 21 for L, ain't no way I'ma switch.
Told my brothers take my breath if I turn into a snitch. But I'm 21 for L, ain't no way I'ma switch. Ain't no way I'ma switch. Told my brothers to take my breath if I turn into a snitch means that if he gets caught by the cops, you know what I'm saying, whether he's doing something bad, whatever it is, if he pretty much snitches in a sense that he pretty much tells on any of his brothers or tells whatever business they got going on to the cops or the federal government or whatever, you know what I'm saying, He's basically saying that his brothers should take his life. And when he says his brothers, right, of course, he's talking about the people he's with, his homeboys, the people he kind of like grew up with, the people he, you know what I'm saying, he came out of the mud with. That's what he's talking about. So what he's saying is, told my brothers take my breath if I turn into a snitch. And the meaning of the word snitch means to tell, right? So for someone to actually go and snitch on someone means that someone is tattletaling on someone. To tattletale is the meaning of the word snitch. So when someone snitches, that means they're tattletaling on you. For example, if you have your brother and you're at home and your brother does something bad and then you go tell mom and dad your brother did something bad, that's pretty much what we call a snitch. So one thing I want you guys to understand here, especially in America, when it comes to the hood, they don't play with snitches. Snitches, they always say, there's a saying that goes around that says that snitches get stitches, meaning that the more you snitch, they're gonna come for you. And it's either you keep your mouth shut or you die. They will kill you for snitching, and they don't play about that. That's the reason why he's indicating that told my brothers take my breath if I turn into a snitch, meaning he's telling his brothers, his homeboys, hey, yo, y'all should take my life away if I turn into a snitch. But then he says, but I'm 21 for L. There's a conjunction right here. He's saying, but I'm 21 for L. 21 for L means I'm 21 for life. I'm 21 Savage for life. But I'm 21 Savage for life. Ain't no way I'm a switch. Meaning he's trying to tell, what he's saying is, look, guys, even though I have said, take my life away if I turn into a snitch, I'm just letting you know, and I'm reassuring you that I'm 21 Savage for life. Ain't no way I'm a switch. Meaning that there is absolutely no way he's ever going to switch up on his homeboys, his homebuddies, the people he came out of the mud with. That's pretty much what he's saying. It's a bold statement he's creating right here by stating, take my breath away if I turn into a snitch. Let's continue.
Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart so cold I could put it in my cup.
Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart so cold I can put it in my cup. That's a metaphor. Penitentiary chances. What is penitentiary? When somebody says penitentiary, right, what does that even mean? Penitentiary is another word for prison or a place where they place people who commit serious crimes. Penitentiary. So he's saying penitentiary chances, meaning that I'm playing around with the fact I'm playing around or I'm committing crimes that can potentially put me in penitentiary just to make a couple bucks, meaning that I'm doing all of these things just to make a little bit of some money. Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. He's playing around with the fact that he can end up in penitentiary, which is another sect of prison, which is pretty much the darkest side of prison, if that makes sense. Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. And of course, the bucks is just another word for money. Remember, bucks is just another word for money. Money means racks. You can call money, there's so many different slang words for money, and bucks is just another one of them, right? So penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart is so cold, it's a metaphor. My heart is so cold, I can put it in my cup. What does that indicate? It indicates that if you're drinking water, and let's say you pour water inside of your glass cup, and the water is not cold enough, usually what would you do? You would put ice cubes in that water, right? To make the water cold. So he's saying that my heart is so cold that I can place my heart inside of the cup to turn the liquid that I'm drinking really cold, meaning that he's very cold, meaning that he's heartless. When somebody says my heart is so cold, what they're saying is I'm very heartless and I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get wherever I need to get to or to do whatever it is I need to do. So that's what he's indicating. He's emphasizing on the fact of how strong he is. And he's willing to take any level of risk to do whatever it is that he needs to do. So penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart's so cold, I can put it in my cup. That's exactly what he means. Let's continue.
My brother lost his life and it turned me to a beast. My brother got life and it turned me to the streets.
My brother lost his life and it turned me to a beast. When his brother died, he became crazy. It turned him into a beast, cold-hearted individual. That's pretty much what it means. My brother got life, meaning that my brother got sent to life in prison. And it turned me to the streets, meaning that he went back to street hustling. In the sense that he went back to the streets, started doing a whole lot of other things in the streets. And of course, you already know exactly what it means when somebody says I'm in the streets, meaning that it's not necessarily doing a corporate job. He's not doing any of those kinds of things. He's in the streets hustling, trying to make ends meet in whatever way that he's got to do. And of course, I'm not saying he's selling drugs because I don't know. I'm just identifying and I'm clarifying exactly what he's saying. My brother got life and it turned me to the streets. Right? After his brother got life in prison, it turned him to the streets. He went back to doing street hustling. Let's continue.
I've been through the storm, man, it turned me to a G. But the other side was sunny, I get paid to rap on beats.
I've been through the storm, meaning he's been through life. He's been through a lot in life. And it turned him into a G, meaning a gangster. It turned me to a gangster. Remember, when somebody says OG, OG means original gangster. G means gangster, and it turned me to a gangster. But the other side was sunny, meaning that, hey, even though I went through all of these things, the other side of all of these things, I get paid to rap on beats. He gets a lot of money from making all this music, and that's the reason why he's saying that's the other side is sunny. Meaning that even though I've been through the storm, my brother's going through all of these things, I'm hustling through the streets, this other side, I get paid to rap. So I'm going to end it right here for 21 Savage, song A Lot. And there's a lot that is inside of this song. And I highly recommend you guys going ahead and reading the lyrics, because when you read the lyrics, you find a deeper meaning to what he's saying. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the second song. The second song, we're going to take a look at Future, Mask Off.
Percocet, yeah. Miley Percocet, rep the set, yeah. Gotta rep the set, gang. Chase a chick, never chase a.
So this area when he says Percocets, Molly, Percocets, Molly, Percocets, drugs, right? He's talking about, he's emphasizing the drugs he probably takes. Chase a check, never chase a B word. You know what I'm saying? Meaning he chases money. He rather focuses on the money instead of focusing on the girls, right? So he's not focusing on the girls. He's more focused on the money, and he's rather going to chase the money, but he's never going to chase a female. That's pretty much what it means right there.
2 cups, toast up with the gang. From food stamps to a whole nother domain. Out the bottom, yeah. I'm a living proof, so ain't compromising. $500,000 on the crew, gang.
When Future says 2 cups, toast up with the gang, that pretty much means that, hey, they're celebrating a moment, right? It's like raising a toast. Pretty much him and his associates are raising up a toast, and they're celebrating the moment when he also achieved his success, right? 2 cups, toast up with the gang, from food stamps to a whole nother domain. From food stamps in America is pretty much like what the government offers for low-income individuals. So if you're making low income, like for example, I think at some point, if I'm not mistaken, my dad and I was on food stamps, in the sense that my dad had placed me under food stamps when I was a bit younger, because it was just me and my father, single father parenting. So we was under food stamps. So the government would provide assistance for us in a sense of making sure that we got fed, if that makes sense, right? So food stamps is pretty much something that the US government provides to low-income individuals. If you're not making a lot of money and you need extra support to buy food and grocery, the government provides those assistance. So food stamps, it says from food stamps to a whole nother domain, meaning that we started from the fact that we was getting fed by the government, and now we're in the position where now we feed other people, in the sense that we make more money, that we don't need food stamps anymore. From food stamps to a whole nother domain. Out the bottom, see, he even explains exactly what's going on. Out the bottom, I'm the living proof. So meaning that he started from the bottom, and y'all know exactly how he started. I'm the living proof, meaning that you've seen it. I'm the living proof. I started from the bottom. You know exactly where I came from, right? And then he says, ain't compromising $500,000 on the coup. And I'm not gonna sit here and compromise $500,000 on a 2-door car, right? I'm not about to sit here and do that. I got too much money to be compromising on that. That's exactly what he's saying. He's kind of flexing the amount of money he has right now, even though he started from the bottom. Now he's exactly where he's at right now, and now he doesn't need to compromise anything, because he has enough money to afford and buy anything he wants to buy.
Drug houses, looking like Peru. Whoa. Graduated, crazy. I was overdue. I'm on through. Pink Miley, I can barely move.
What I want you guys to understand is, in this area, he says drug houses looking like Peru. And pretty much what it means is it draws a parallel between local drug houses and Peru's notorious role in the global cocaine trade, right? So now, am I saying that, he pretty much does cocaine? I mean, I don't know. This is his song. This could be a metaphor or this could be literal. We don't know anything. When he says drug houses looking like Peru, it's a simile. It's a simile in a sense to compare the drug houses in Peru. Because remember, Peru is one of the if you talk about cocaine, you know, these people are the ones who really they got cocaine back over there, right? So he's comparing drug houses here in his drug houses to Peru's drug houses, if that makes sense. It's a parallel between that. So he says drug houses looking like Peru, graduated. I was overdue, meaning that he moved up in ranks. He's not like the little boys that sell these drugs on the streets. He moved up in ranks, graduated. I was overdue. Pink Molly, I can barely move. Pink Molly, right? Molly's a different kind of drug. So when you take Pink Molly, when he takes Pink Molly, he can't move. I can barely move.
Top four, that's a liability. Hit the gas, boosting my adrenaline.
He said, top off, that's a liability. Hit the gas, boosted my adrenaline. So he's talking about, again, we're back to a vehicle, right? So we're talking about luxury. We're talking about wealth over here. He says top off, meaning when he's driving the vehicle, the top of the car is completely off. He'd say that's a liability. Hit the gas, so he stepped on the gas, woo, boosting my adrenaline, right? So when he hits the gas, it boosts his adrenaline. He's driving the vehicle, he feels good, he makes a lot of money, he's living luxury. That's exactly what it means over here.
Photo maybe, I drive anything, buy my range, make them go insane.
4-door Maybach, I drive anything, buy my range. I mean, he makes so much. I keep telling you, Future's, this music itself, it's a flex to where he came from, what he's experienced, the amount of money he has, the business he does, and now he's able to afford anything. Buy my range, make him go insane. 4-door Maybach, and you know 4-door Maybachs are really expensive. A Maybach, it's very expensive. 4-door Maybach, I drive anything, buy my range, make him go insane. I'm gonna stop it right here. All right, I'm gonna stop it right here. If you guys want to see more breakdown for Future's song, this specific song, let me know. But I will stop it right here, and let's go ahead and let's move on to the next video. All right, so in this video, we're gonna be focusing on Bobby Shmurda, right? Bobby Shmurda's music, Hot N. If you guys have never heard this song, well, today's gonna be the day you actually take a look at this song. The song is very viral.
He dropped and we keep the 9 millies on my block, and Monte keep it on him, he done drop.
Of course, the beginning is a little bit understandable, right? We don't need too much breakdown for this part, but when he gets down to, and we keep him 9 millies on my block, N-word, and we keep him 9 millies on my block, that means we keep 9mm handguns on my block, right? Millimeter guns, we keep them 9. We keep them 9 millies on my block, meaning we keep a couple of 9mm guns on my block. And of course, I explained the meaning of block in my previous videos. Block means neighborhood or an area in my neighborhood, right? On my block, I keep 9mm. I keep a 9mm gun on me, right? When he says, and Monte keep it on him, meaning that the guy who's called Monte is the one that keeps the weapons on him. You feel me? Right? And then he says he done drop the N-words, meaning that he killed some people. Right? Now, of course, again, I'm not saying Bobby Shmurda killed people. I'm not saying him and his people killed people. It could be metaphor. It could just be music. It could be poetry, whatever it is, right? I'm not saying that. So it could be metaphorical. It could be literal. We don't know. That's not my business, right? But he says he done drop the N-words, meaning that he already took them out, meaning that he killed them. That's what it means. And Trigger, he be wildin'. He's some hot. So whoever Trigger is, that guy's crazy. Pretty much like Trigger, he be wildin'. He's some hot N-word, meaning that he's not somebody to be played with. That's pretty much what he's saying right here in this specific verse, right? Awesome.
Running through these checks till I pass out. And shorty give me neck till I pass out. I swear to God, all I do is cash out.
Running through these checks till I pass out, meaning that I'm counting so much money. It gets to the point where I'm too overwhelmed and then I pass out. Running through these checks till I pass out. Running through, like he's counting all this money like this until he passes out. It's a metaphor. It's reflecting that, yo, the money's coming in so much, I don't know what to do. And sure to give me neck till I pass out means, you know, he's talking about oral, you know, yeah. He's talking about oral, you know what, down here. So pretty much the girl was giving her The girl was giving him oral. Yeah, that's what he means. So when shorty give me neck, when somebody says give me neck or you give me head, in a sense, it's like it's another form of implicating that you're giving this individual oral, the S word. You feel me? You guys are adults. You guys already understand exactly what I'm saying, right? So he's giving them oral, whatever. So shorty give me neck till I pass out, meaning that the way she's, sucking my thing is so good that I pass out, meaning that he's really feeling good throughout that. That's exactly what it means right now. And that's exactly what he's saying. I swear to the man above, all I do is cash out. That means that all he does is make so much money. He's just consistently making money. He's cashing out all the time. That's what it means.
Jaja told me flip them packs and how to maintain.
He says, Jaja taught me flip them packs. And how to maintain means that, whoever that guy that is called Jaja, that Jaja guy is the one that taught him everything he needs to know about flipping packs. Packs, again, referring to weed, drugs, cocaine, whatever it is. They flip those things to make a lot of money. So what he says, Jaja taught me flipping packs and how to maintain. How to maintain it means how to run the business. Because you have to understand, this is a whole business right now. These streets, when it comes to selling crack and selling cocaine, is an actual legitimate business. So the thing about this side of the business is they don't play. Right? Because you can get killed for these things. This is a serious kind of business where you're dealing with a lot of people that have strong addictions to these things. And people are making crazy amounts of money from selling these things. So he's saying that Jaja taught me flipping packs and how to maintain, get the money back and spend it on the same thing. Get the money back, meaning that when he makes the money, he gets the money, then he buys the same drugs again. Right? And how to maintain. Right.
Shorty like the way that I ball out.
Shorty like the way that I ball out means that the girls love the way, or his girl, since it's referring, it's a singular thing, right? He's saying shorty, referring to one girl. Shorty like the way that I ball out means his girl really loves the way he makes money and he lives his life. He's about this life. Shorty like the way that I ball out, meaning that my girl loves the way that I make all this money and I make all these moves.
Floss out, free greasy them, let all of my dogs out. Mama said no cats inside my dog house. That's what got my daddy locked up in the dog pound.
Free Greasy though, let all of my dogs out, meaning that whoever Greasy is, get him out of jail. Free Greasy though, let all my dogs out. That's exactly what it means. Mama said no P words, no P word cats inside of my doghouse, meaning that when he's referring to his doghouse, he's referring to the place where they do the drugs. So you cannot have any P words in there, meaning P words could be referring to men or women. Anybody who is a snitch or a tattletale, anybody who's gonna mess up the business or go snitch to the cops or be a snitch in general, that individual is not allowed inside of where I do my drugs. That's exactly what he's saying. Free Greasy though, let all my dogs out. Let all my people that are in jail, get them all out. Mama said no P word cats inside of my doghouse, meaning that Mama said, do not allow anybody who is a snitch, who's not loyal, to be a part of whatever it is that you got going on in here, because you'll be locked up. That's what he says. That's what got my daddy locked up in the dog pound. Dog pound meaning jail or prison, right? That's how his daddy got arrested, if that makes sense, because of these things. So pretty much he's indicating and he's showing his life or explaining exactly what's going on. It could be a story he's making up or it could be real, right? That's exactly what's going on in this music.
With them 16s, we gon' put some shots on them.
With them 16s, we're gonna put some shots on them, meaning that 16s, M16s, it's a gun, right? Those guns, you done. Pretty much what he's saying, right? That's what they do. They put some shots on them.
Hey, bro, broad daylight and we gon' let them things bark.
Broad daylight, and we gonna let them things bark, meaning that in broad daylight, we will come up on you and with the guns and we gonna smoke you out. Meaning that in broad daylight, we getting rid of you. We're gonna shoot you. You gonna die. That's exactly what he's saying. In broad daylight, we gonna let them things bark. Let them things bark, meaning that when the gun starts firing, the gun starts making sound, pa, pa, pa. The reference is, remember, it's all about metaphors. This whole entire thing and all this slang and this rap and everything, it's all metaphors. They use a lot of metaphors, especially when they're speaking. So if you don't understand exactly what they mean, it's harder to decode the music and understand what they're saying. So you got to understand exactly the reference that they're making. So broad daylight, we gonna let them things bark. We gonna let the guns pop, 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 right? Bark. That's what he's saying.
Bitch caught about a week ago. With us and then we tweaking, ho. Run up on that get the squeezing, ho.
Mitch caught a body about a week ago can be referred to two different things. It could mean that the Mitch guy himself is the one that passed away, or the Mitch guy himself actually killed somebody. Right now, I don't know exactly the scenario of what's really going on, but it says Mitch caught a body about a week ago. When somebody says to catch a body means to kill someone or to be killed. He caught a body. Like that guy caught a body, man. When somebody says he caught a body, that means that individual died, or he gonna catch a body. That means that this individual's about to die, or I'm about to kill this person. So Mitch caught a body about a week ago. Then he goes along and says, F with us, then we tweaking, meaning that we go crazy. If you mess with us, then we're gonna go crazy. Oh. He's saying that pretty much if you mess with us, you gonna catch a body too. We're gonna go crazy. Tweaking means to go crazy or go insane. Run up that N-word, get the squeezing, right? It's another form of saying that, yo, run him up. Run up on him, pop, pop, pop. Get the squeezing, pop, pop, pop. Squeeze the gun. Everybody catching bullet holes, meaning that your body's gonna be filled with bullet holes. He's preaching. Their bodies are filled with a bunch of bullet holes all over their body because you know why? If you mess with us, you're gonna catch a body. Right? That's what he's saying. Anybody who messes with us is gonna catch a body, meaning you're gonna die. And that's the message that he's preaching in this song. I hope this video pretty much outlines the fundamentals of American rap music and its culture. One thing I want you guys to understand is that as much as you're listening to these songs, right, I'm always gonna say, pay attention to what they're saying. Understand these lyrics. Take your time, do your research, because sometimes music is very powerful. And listening to the wrong music can influence you to do a lot of bad things. So again, that's because you guys requested this, that's the reason why I'm breaking this down for you. But I'm not gonna be doing this all the time. Once in a while, I'm gonna drop another one. Once every 5 to 6 months, I'll drop another one for you guys. So keep the requests coming in, but pay attention to the music that you're listening to all the time. And feel free to join the weekly community. If you join the monthly community, any question you may have, I will do my best to answer it to the best of my ability. All right? Thank you so much, and I wish you nothing but the best. Stay blessed. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.